Whoa, you weren't about to leave money on the table buying your first house in DC, right? Make sure you check out these 5 programs first. Hi, welcome back to another Coffee with Coleman, where I love to discuss Washington, DC, business, real estate, all that good stuff. My name is John Coleman. I'm a real estate agent here in Washington, DC with the Jason Martin Group. Your eyes do not deceive you. Merch actually is a gift. Thanks, Jeff. If you want to seem smarter than everybody else, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you'll be alerted very first when I release new things each and every week. One of the top hits on Google for DC real estate is DC first-time home buyers. And that means people are looking for information about 1 of 2 things, like how to buy a home and welcome to the channel. That's what this is all about. The other is how do you save cash when doing this? And what are their advantages of being a first-time home buyer in our area? I mean, let's be honest for a second. This place is stupidly expensive. So if there is money out there to help make home ownership a reality for you, then we should at least know what exists and weigh if it's a good option for us. And that's exactly what you're gonna get today. We've actually taken some deeper dives into these, and so you'll see pop-ups on your screen talking about very specific videos to these things, but I wanted one place to go and see the vast majority and get the highlight 10,000 foot view of all of them. And my only caveat is with those videos is the numbers probably have adjusted since then. So if you wanna know the more specific numbers, you can either find them online or just email me, I'll tell you what's up. Okay, so our very first program is DC Open Doors. This is a program where you'll get a second loan that covers your 3 to 3.5% of your down payment on the property. In the olden days, this loan was actually forgiven over a period of 5 years. That is no longer the case. While I personally considered this option for my first home purchase some years ago, I eventually elected not to do it because I could get a better rate with some of the other programs, and I had some liquidity available, so that option was open to me. The main details about this loan is the maximum loan amount itself is $647,000 and some change. You need to have a minimum credit score of 640, and then the maximum income you can have is about $154,000. And you can use individuals, so if both of you combined make more than that, you might be able to qualify for just one person. That's something that you can do to get a little bit creative with your lender. Our second program, and most likely the most popular, is the Home Purchase Assistance Program, which is also lovingly known as HPAP. This program takes effort across the board. Like, you're required to take classes, jump through hoops, and you have to be quite patient. While I love the opportunity this program provides to DC residents, it's worth noting that there is an abundance of red tape, which makes it not only tougher on the borrower, but also the transaction as a whole, including the seller. And this is one of the reasons we saw some sellers electing to take more traditional loan types as opposed to HPAP offers when given the opportunity. Success from this program comes with everyone being on the same page, knowing how to navigate the intricacies. You need a lender, an agent, and a home inspector that are all familiar with the process. And it's a huge bonus if the agent representing the seller actually has experience as well, because they can help massage it in and keep expectations in line. As of October of 2022, you can get up to $206,000 in assistance as part of the HPAP program. And that's split between about $202,000 towards gap financing, which allows you to afford more house than you would have without it. And then another $4,000, or up to $4,000, I should say, is to help diminish some of those closing costs. If you're unfamiliar with what closing costs are, they're essentially the cost to get a loan and buy a property. You have your down payment, but there's additional costs on top of that, and it's something that you should know about and talk about with your lender to know you have a full financial landscape. If you are thinking about using this program and buying soon, then reach out, because we need to get you cooking immediately. It'll be about 6 to 8 weeks just to get approved to start then shopping for the house. So again, reach out and get moving quickly. And with the word that they're increasing the recent loan amounts, my guess is they're gonna be a little jammed up with new people applying really quick. The third program is EAHP, or the Employer Assistance Housing Program. This program is for DC government employees like teachers, firefighters, government office workers. With this, you get $20,000 loan and then $5,000 to go towards closing costs. And all of that is a 0% loan, which can be totally forgiven in some cases. If you are your first responder, there are added opportunities which you should take advantage of. Reach out to me if you want to learn more if you're a first responder, because I have some stuff that I would like to share with you. The fourth program is the Mortgage Credit Certificate, which we call the MCC for short. This program appears and disappears at different times. It just came back, but when you're watching it, it might not be here. If it's an option for you, you should take advantage of it. In case you weren't aware of it, owning real estate isn't just great because you're paying down the principal, but also it's a tax shelter from the interest that you're paying on the loan and the taxes that you're paying on a monthly basis. What the MCC allows you to do is get a tax credit for about 20% of the interest that you are paying out on the loan. And while this doesn't sound like a lot, it truly adds up fast. I assure you, you will be kissing Uncle Sam on tax day if you take advantage of this program. To qualify, you need to stay under a certain income amount. It's like $154,000 for 1 to 2 person household, and up to about $180,000 if you have 3 or more people. However, the loan amount for this loan is up to $647,000, so the sales price needs to align with that as well. The last program I'm going to talk about today is the Tax Abatement Program. If you are buying a home and it's less than $516,000 and you fall below these thresholds, then you can save some serious coin. Not only does this program almost completely erase the vast majority of those closing costs that I just mentioned for your loan, but you can also avoid having to actually pay property taxes on a home, which can save you up to $4,000 per year. And it's not even that hard to apply for it. Your agent, when filling out the contract, checks a box. Your lender and the title company, the attorney, they make sure that the paperwork's filed, and boom, voila, you just saved a whole bunch of cash. So if you qualify, you meet those parameters, you should try to get in that program. It is the coolest, best program that you can do. I think so. So there are many nuances from the things I covered today. So if it got confusing because this was super quick, well, feel free to reach out. I don't know all the answers, but I do know the people that will be able to get you the answers. And I want to help you get those answers quickly. All right, well, I hope you found all of that helpful and not just completely overwhelming. I've made a doc, which you can download in the stuff below, where you can see a little bit more slow-paced about what I'm talking about. And if you have more questions, of course, you can always reach out to me. Thanks again for stopping by another Coffee with Coleman. Peace.